Very promising, yeah.
So we'll turn our eyes a little bit now to the action here. After all this, we have Alan
Interesting. What are we on?
taking on Mr. Long here. And this is going to be a good match, I feel, because we know how good Alan is. He's been highly represented for OC for quite some time here during the Masters Dragon Ball card game and also One Piece as well card game. He just recently got back from, I believe, earlier this year in Japan as our representative.
Yes. Yep.
For One Piece.
Yep.
Because he took out the nationals.
He did. He did very well.
And now in Fusion World, he's been doing very well today, I believe. So this is going into round 8. So I believe this is kind of solidify top 16.
They should do, yeah.
For this one. So the boys are just getting into it now. We'll see what decks they have been playing. And, like, I mean, what do we expect from this one,
baby.
Adam?
Maybe
we
a
expect
baby mirror.
I really hope we have some red going on here. And we'll see
Androids.
what's going on. Okay,
There you go.
Androids. Interesting. Yeah. Very interesting, isn't it? Because, I mean, it is one of those decks you can just pick up, enjoy, and
you would
straight away. You're in the competitive.
Alan being on Android's definitely favoured straight away.
Long is on Halo Goku, my friend.
Sorry, Alan is on.
Alan's on Androids. Yep. Long is on.
Yeah, Halo Goku.
Goku.
Yep.
So, of course, here we go. We got the sharpener hitting down, and we know how extremely good that card is. Moving forward, man, I tell you, I'm actually really keen to see this because obviously we know how good what sharpener does. It reveals the top card of your deck, and the reveal card of it's Satan City. In its special trait, during the turn, you reduce the energy cost of an extra card in your hand by 1. So it'll be interesting to see how Alan is going to approach this control deck as well. I feel blue, so Halo Goku, this is its worst matchup.
It is, yeah. One of our Perth boys has been playing into it, and he's acknowledged how challenging it is.
Yes, he's acknowledged how challenging it can be. And this is where your kind of your late game strategy comes into play, and you're like, no, like, which one's going to more outvalue the other? And green, I believe, will in the long run.
Yep.
As soon as, because he will get to his heavy hitters long before.
It will, and Long doesn't want the game to go. It does want to extend the time. It wants to get it.
Yep. Excuse me. Long, I've got to remember that. Long.
Yeah, I know. I was trying not to do a pun there. I was going to say Long doesn't want the game to go too long. So.
Oh, man. We got to watch out for that one. So, it looks like, okay, Alan's going to hit. And he's gone second as well. He's got the extra energy.
Yeah.
This is going to be...
going to see some...
it's going to be pretty rough now.
Big drops early.
Yeah.
There's that Nappa.
He sees the Nappa straight off the bat, ramps that energy from life, and then goes 30k into Videl, which is very solid. We know that's going to be...
let Videl go.
Yep. And then just swing into leader, draw a card, and then that's just... I mean, he drew into a super.
Yeah.
And what can you want? You know what I mean? Alan's already started off with a very good, solid first few turns, man.
He's already at 3 energy.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to see.
As well, yeah.
That's exactly what you want to see. You can see he also has the 2-drop Android 18. Next turn, when he ramps, he can then go from the 4 cost. If he doesn't see it back to back, it's fine, because then you can just go into the 2 cost to just cycle out your deck, draw, discard, draw another card, you plus in another one from there, which can then help him get to what he needs to see moving into his turn 5. So it looks like Long is just thinking about what he's going to do here. He's got to charge. So he's charged the Hercule. Interesting. And he has a Gohan charged as well. And he's
got a Gohan in hand.
Is that a
peel off.
Is that a Vegito in the energy as well?
He's charged the Vegito, which makes him think he's probably not aiming for a long game.
Yeah, looks like he might have to develop this into a bit more of an aggro sort of situation to get on top of the longer the game goes
is in the green matchup's hard. So I think he's thought, if I get to 6 energy, we're in trouble.
Yep.
He wants the game to be over well before then.
Yeah, but it's easier said than done with this, though, because the deck just, it controls the game. Man. It controls the field, it controls the game, and you're just spamming out 1 cost, 2 costs. You're hitting them for 20Ks, 25Ks, and you're effectively just cycling cards back from drop to hand. So you're not really causing too much pressure, depending if he has the vanilla package on board, though. Because he could play the Videl 4 cost that gets the Great Saiyan Man, the 3 cost from the drop, which is another 30k beater. So you see, so these other Halo Goku decks weren't running that, that I noticed. So if he's running the vanilla package, it means that he is showing a bit more of an aggression slide into his plays, and it'll be the right choice to make moving forward against androids.
Yeah.
What do you think on that, Adam?
I haven't seen, I mean, still early days, but I guess we haven't seen the vanilla Saiyaman yet.
Yep.
I mean, this Long's Halo Goku package is very similar to what we saw earlier on. But obviously the one drop Videl, he might still run it, but it's hard to see. Still early days, but
I feel like this stage we would have seen one of them by now.
You'd see.
But it just depends on what's going to
gone.
happen with the cycling. So it looks like he just seen an eraser, which is exactly what Long wants to see anyway. Has the trait. He does have the girls with short hair extra card,
Great card.
is your favourite card, mind you, and he's hitting his third sharpener down.
Jeez.
So he is going for this. Yeah, and then we go for the girls with short hair. We're going to draw those 3 cards and put one back on top of the deck. Interesting if he goes into a...
There's the vanilla Videl. So
yes.
He's got, vanilla Videl packages in there.
Interesting if he's going to go into the Orange Star High School as well, because obviously you do want to get that out early to cheat out the Gohan through his next turn. Because I feel if he can establish his 30Ks on board a lot earlier, it is going to give him that distinct advantage moving forward into his turn 4. Because you don't as soon as Alan gets to that point where he's just ramped up to 6, 7, 8, this is going to work good for Alan because he just dumps down the 6 cost. He can eliminate 2 cards from that, 2, 3 or lessers, which it already starts to wipe out the board.
Even Videls go with it as well.
And the Videls as well, that's correct, yep. It's interesting because Alan's already at 5 life and he's only charging his 4th energy now. But this will depend if he can go into the full cost Android 17,
chunky
18,
hand, few super combos. He's got 2, at least 2.
I do believe I see a Android 17 and 18 full cost.
Yep.
Yep, cool. So he's got 1, so we know he can ramp
2 supers.
From the 17, 18. He could go the Dr. Jarrell route. Search as well, because you will need to kind of get a backing for your next turn, just so you can see the right card to then ramp into his turn 5. Because if he doesn't ramp quick enough either, this could possibly, it can be a problem for him. Is that a vanilla? Nah, that's fine. He's going to go into the 4 cost. That's good. So this is where he's then going to ramp that 3 androids back. Get 1 from drop. That's right. Go to 3. Does he have, and he could go into another Nappa if he had one, but I don't think he does. He's just going to hit the 2. The Giro, Kind of thought he might have gone that route.
Search Giro.
So he's going to go into the Giro, look at the top 5. We'll see what he gets from here. He does have that Nappa extra card. What I was talking about earlier. So he hits the 18.
I've just lost mine.
Okay. All right, and then the 18 comes down. So we could expect this.
Yeah.
So we could have expected this. So the player's going to search and grab the 4 cost. Yep.
Another 4 drop.
Yeah, because, I mean, that's a solid choice, man, because like I was saying before, you'd want to get these cards down early, the Giro, and then you got into the 18, which then got him into the next 4 cost because he only had 1 in hand. So he's going to go back-to-back. Well, not back-to-back now, but he'll go into next turn, hit another 4 cost.
Yep.
And that will lead him into a bit more of his end game there. So it's going to be interesting to see how this is going to go. Going into turn 5, like I said, it's going to be really, really cool.
Long's still sitting very healthy with 8 life at the moment.
But he is, that's the thing. But I feel this is the thing though, like he can't rely on the Vegito.
No.
Because Alan knows what this deck does.
Yeah.
He knows what Halo Goku does. And he knows it just draws cards.
Yep.
That's the thing. So he's not too worried much about that. Long's going to consider the 8 costs because you can't just sit behind the
Long's not going to drop the secret aware with a Broly.
Yeah,
Either he'll drop the secret, let yourself mill out, and then Broly.
Yeah, it's just going to kill it.
They won't be able to hear me, but my screen's gone blank, guys.
All right, so we're hitting into now what Long's going to do. He's going to reveal the Videl. Got the 2 cost at 20k.
Just have to figure out what's going on.
So what do you reckon he's going to do from here, Adam?
The Videl, well, he's obviously going to... I think he's going to continue to apply pressure this turn.
I think, look, I think look, the best option to do for him is to keep that pressure going. You want to bounce that Videl back afterwards, bring out the 2 cost, potentially get the Great Saiyaman extra card, or even the girl with short hair.
Yeah. And yeah, he
Extra card.
doesn't.
We know how good that card is, and then just kind of like keep on putting that pressure,
Yeah.
just so he knows that he can force him to awaken. But like we were saying before, like as soon as androids awaken, that's when they can.
That's
kinda
it. That's
take
when it
more
really
advantage.
starts.
It
And
really starts to put more pressure upon the
Alan's just
opponent.
biding his time. I think he's,
Yeah,
though he's at 5 life, he's in a comfortable spot. He's
Yeah.
getting to the point where he can just start dropping bombs every turn, whether it just be the A-drop Broly or the double strike androids.
yeah.
It's
Oh well, mind you, he's at 4 life here. He did take the last
Yep.
one, so he is ready to now
Awaken, yep.
and then start doing all the best things we know Green does as well, heading into that next turn.
dropping all the good things.
Dropping all the good things. No, we love to see it. We love to see it. So we'll see what he's doing here. He's doing the peel-off chain as well. And we know how good that peel-off chain is. Reveals a Videl again. And we know we could see that coming. And we'll see what he goes from here. Looks like he's going to dump it down. The girls with short.
I think it's got a short different art.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. He's got the Gohan in hand long too. And he's got a great Saiyaman
He does,
as well.
yeah.
Yeah, so we know he can deal with, because he's gone more of the wide board, you see, it gives him a good option using that card to just sink the higher numbered battle
Yeah.
cards, the bigger battle cards that he knows green sits back behind. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what he's going to build up on his board this turn. Interesting. Okay, so he's going to combo with the peel off, man.
Peel off loop.
Yeah, looks like he's going to awaken. Oh, he drew.
Here we go.
He drew into the A Warm Greeting, so that gives him that option to utilize his card. Keep that board in check next turn when he puts down a 4 cost if he does long. But I feel Alan is still sitting in a really good position awakening there, man, because he's still got a very healthy hand. I can't see, though, he looks like he's got a Nappa there, but I can't see any 8 cost Broly still.
Haven't seen any
Yeah.
Broly. I don't think. Well, I can't see him dropping the Napper again. You probably want to sit around 4 life at this
Yeah.
point. Maybe 3, but I wouldn't want to go anything below that.
As long as he's checking his drop to see what he can cycle out here. See if it's worth him using maybe the Great Saiyaman, because you can see he's got it in hand here. Maybe thinking about using it on the androids, the 4 cost. But I don't think there's any really... There's not much to value in that, isn't it?
No,
Like,
not
you
really
don't
at this
wanna-
point.
I wouldn't... I think that'd just be a waste to kind of target that one. But it looks like he's just going to go through and see what he reckons could possibly be a better move to see if he wants to apply more pressure onto the leader, which I feel that's the best way to do it. They're just going over them right now to
Yeah.
see which effects have been used from the sharpeners, because you got to, that's definitely something you got to keep in track. So it looks like he's just pointing out the Videl. Alan's just going through to see which effects he's used off the sharpeners and make sure that he hasn't gone over too many there. But he looks like he's going to... He's got a card here ready to use. I don't know if he's going to think about Oh, no, okay, yeah. I see what he's doing here. Long's going to go potentially for the 2 cost Videl. But it looks like he's going for the Great Saiyaman to hit the
Interesting.
androids. Okay, because
There we go.
we did mention that before, if he will hit that.
Yeah.
So I just didn't know if that was really worth the value from it. But it's putting off a 20k pressure. He's going to tap 1.
Here comes the Videl, probably.
Maybe get that Videl back out. Yeah.
There we go. Get some peel-off stuff.
And that's just the thing. You can just cycle that back right
Yeah.
anyway. So I guess it doesn't matter anyway. You're going to hit 20k at leader. He could potentially combo a sharpener if you want to. I don't see really why you would anyway. But you can then just cycle that Great Saiyaman card back to hand, and then
Girls with short hair.
girls
Yep,
with
there we
short
go.
hair. That's your favourite card. I told you I was going to be on to you with all that all day.
This is true. You've lived up to your word.
I've lived up to my word. I love living up to my word. I'm a man of my word. So it looks like, okay, so we're going off the Videl now. Drew 3, put 1 back. It could be setting up also for the Gohan as well to target next turn.
Yep.
But he's at 4, so, I mean, even if he dumped the Vegito early,
He could.
could be all
He's
right.
charged 1 already. Yeah, probably has a second one.
6. Okay, so
didn't
he
see one in
knows
hand.
not this turn, but next turn there will be
Yeah.
the big boys will start establishing. So Yeah, it might not be worth.
So if he
but
has it in hand, that's the issue.
no, he has a Gohan. He has he has another sharpener. Looks like an eraser as well, and another Videl, I
Yep.
believe. And so it looks like Alan's going for the second Android 17 and 18, like we expected, that he grabbed from last turn to ramp that 3 back, which is so solid.
How many energy Alan got now? He's 7 or 8.
I believe he's at 8 energy now.
Yeah. 8 drop Broly range.
So now he's into Broly, like we'll saying next turn is probably when it's going to come down. He does have the Broly in hand
Yep.
that I just saw, and he's also got a couple of super combos. He's got the 2-cost Android, which I do feel he might use this turn. Bring out the 2-cost Android, cycle another card,
Just set up
discard,
for next
and
turn.
then just get another plus from swinging, and then you could just target the Videl 20k vanilla there.
Yeah.
You know, because he doesn't really need to go too much. See, he's just going to out. He can just resource out long here by making him discard a card from hand.
Yeah.
Right. Now you can think about potentially playing the 2-cost androids, Android 18, or
Ooh,
another
another one.
4-cost.
All right.
Why not? If you had another one in hand, why not? Because you get another 3 back anyway.
More androids.
And this is where he's just got another 20k that he can just swing at Videl.
So he's got, huge amount.
And I feel, he'll bring out the 2-cost Android 18, he'll draw a card, discard a card, and then he'll just swing, get another card back to hand. Sweet, just discard the Nappa extra card. We know that one's not really
not gonna do
useful
much
now.
now, yeah.
Anyway,
Another super
which is
combo.
great because you just got to get rid of that, cycle back a card out with that getting out of hand anyway, and then drawing the card back. So he's just going to +1. With an extra 20k swing is always beautiful. He's going to let the Videl go, which is probably a smart thing to do, I feel, for long.
No, Alan's in a pretty good spot. He's got 3 super combos in hand from what we've just seen as well.
Yeah, and you can just keep 2 active, you see,
Yeah.
for the extra card for
Yeah.
Cell.
Yeah.
Because we know how good that card is, Earth Destroying Blow, because, you get the 25k, you get the drawback as well, so you're not losing out on a card and you're getting the extra ramp.
Yeah, it's awesome value card. So,
Do I say more?
well, you don't really need to say more. It's a reason. A lot of green people are running that card now. It's
on how
an awesome
good,
card.
Yeah, on how good this green, on how good androids can be if
Yeah.
it's going to out-resource your opponent. But that's just it. Like, now he's sitting at a good spot. He's at 4 life. And he's awakened as well, and he's kept. Looks like Long is still kept at 7 life as well.
He's got a bit to get through, but his life will disappear pretty quick once we see a big threat like Broly on
So I
board.
see a Pilaf, I see a Videl in there as well. I see another Videl, 2-cost 20k. That can cycle back the Great Saiyaman. There's another Videl that he's revealed. And this is where you can just bounce yellow on back. Sorry, out. It'll be interesting to see where he's going to go with this one Long, because it doesn't have a lot of heavy hitters in there.
No.
He does. Is that? Maybe he does. I believe I saw a Vegito in hand, maybe. But this is where he's bringing out the
Well,
Videl
if he's
anyway.
charged 1, makes sense for him to have 1.
Yeah, there might be another one there. Maybe not. Anyway, he's just going to bounce that out and bring out the 2-cost Videl. Yep. Which is perfect. That's what you want.
Swing Videl, grab back.
I feel this is where you want to go into the Android 18.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to let that stand. He's just going to get value, a
Yeah.
draw every time. But he's pointed to the
Interesting.
Android 17 and 18, which is very interesting, isn't it?
I'm just going to let it go.
'Cause I feel, it looks like Alan was going to use the other 18 5k combo there that's live
Use it
to,
on board, yeah.
and just keep it on board, because why not? Why not? You're just giving your opponent another target to swing at,
That's it.
keeping them away from life. Because you know his next turn
keep
he's
it
going to go
there.
into the Broly anyway.
Yeah. Alan, he's probably going to take him 2 turns to get through that 7 life. It'd be not impossible, but probably highly unlikely to go through
Yep.
7 life in 1 turn.
And here comes now the girl with short hair.
Yep.
We're going to draw 3, put 1 back on top of the deck, guys. Looks like he's still kind of like trying to work out how he wants to manipulate and use that to his advantage. He's going to bring out the Gohan now, which is what we want to see. We want to see that.
Get rid of yeah.
I mean, I do see the sense of it why he went for the 4-cost, because he would just bring out the Gohan and then bottom deck the 2-cost and the Jiro.
Yeah.
So why
Play
not
the
just get
Hercule.
another card off the field anyway, really, isn't it?
He's probably going to use the Gohan now in a moment to get rid of, deal with that board.
And then the Hercule can swing, right? He could even just target the 18, reduce the energy cost of the 4-cost.
Yeah, he'll drop it down to 3, and then it's in within
Bottom deck.
target range of the
Yep.
Gohan that's on the top of his deck.
And now this is where you can go, okay. So it looks like he's just targeting the sharpener.
Yeah.
Get the effect off, and then see what Alan's going to do if he's just going to combo that out, if he's just going to let the androids die. I feel like this is the point where you might.
I think he might just let it, considering
Just
he's
let
seen the
them out.
Gohan. He may just go, they're going regardless, or he may want him to work for it.
And then here we go. We've got the peel-off chain coming down.
Peel off, grabbing, yep, Earthling.
So this is where he grabbed the girl with short hair. We know it's
Yeah,
an Earthling
just
card.
like
Just make sure it's a
extra
one cost
extra,
Earthling.
yeah.
Yeah, one cost extra Earthling
Or
card.
one Earthling keyword, yeah.
Draw them. It's just, it's amazing to see how much this deck draws, man. I love
Yeah,
it.
it's
I love
huge.
it. I love it.
It's
So we would just love to just play decks that just draw, right? Like,
It feels good when you're drawing a lot of cards, not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
especially with a field like that. He's seen all four.
God.
He's seen 3 sharpeners there.
It's a very wide board.
And they're all just going to keep doing what they do best. This Hercule's huge, but I feel like when you get the Gohan out now, it is gonna cause a little bit more pressure onto him. I wonder if you probably just target the Android 17, 18 and the other Android 18
Yep.
as well. Anyway, yep,
There we go.
it's a smart move as well
Yeah.
because like you got to look at it like you target 2, keep the other one in rest, and maybe just swing into it.
Yeah.
That way, then you're eliminating any signs of more pressure. Anyway, you're gonna have to deal with next turn.
Now, Long's done a lot of work this turn. It's just going to come down to, what's Alan going to do now?
Yeah.
Response, is he dropping the 8-drop Broly and then just going for it?
Oh well, that's it, isn't it? Like.
Long's board is wide, but I guess there are just a lot of 5K bodies. Yes, you've got the Videl and the Gohan, but...
Oh, I mean, like, those sharpeners are 10s, and the peel-off
Yeah.
is 10.
Oh, for combo power, sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I mean, yeah.
There's a lot. Oh, there we go. And then we saw the Earth-destroying blow.
Yep.
So you just counter out of that one easy, draw a card back, and then just ramp. It's just beautiful.
What's Alan now, energy-wise, 9 or 10?
I believe he'll be at 9, and then next turn he'll charge for 10.
Jeez.
And that's huge
Yeah,
now
that's
going into next turn. Because then he could play a Broly and still have an Earth-destroying blow
Okay.
active for his next.
2
For
Brolys
his
in hand
next
now.
defense.
He's got...
Oh, he can go back-to-back
Yeah.
Brolys. I feel this is where he can, he won't mind. This is also a bait as well, because
Yeah.
you can just play the Broly, Long thinking he might potentially not have another one,
Yeah.
go into his Vegito mill, and then he just hits him with another Broly, I feel Alan might be playing Long to the mill,
Yeah.
not to the life. That's why he's kept him at 7 life the whole game.
Yeah, I
Like,
think
he's
you're
not-
right. Yeah, he's kind of just realised he's going to deck himself out eventually.
Oh, yeah, 100%, especially because all these cards draw so much.
It does. I mean, the deck's looking real thin.
It's definitely a smart way to play.
Yeah, which is something we didn't really have in the game previously. You never would
That's
have
right.
played to somebody decking out.
Oh, you wouldn't, would you?
But Blue now is going, I'll show you how this works. I'll mill myself out.
I guess that's why they thought, well, if this deck can draw so much, let's put a Vegito card in there that can actually stop
Yeah,
you from
that's right.
losing the game, but we won't protect it.
Yeah, no, yeah, you won't give a barrier or anything.
Won't give barrier anything. But can you imagine if
Oh,
that did
man.
have barrier? That'd just be, that'd just be too ridiculous.
That'd be unreal. Yeah,
No, you can't. You can't.
you could. Not good. Smart design on that new card for sure.
I mean, you could potentially go like, look, it can't be removed by skills, but the effect can only be live when it's in rest mode.
Yeah, yeah, that's yeah.
So you can see you'd have to kill it in rest mode. You know what I mean? Like it's because it can beef itself up to 50k anyway. So it's just like
Yeah, it's pretty unreal. And the card's always swinging twice for most turns anyway.
yeah,
so.
yeah, 100%. That's it. All right, so it looks like he's just concentrating on the board. He'll swing androids into the Hercule, and Hercule's just very vital to get rid of.
Yeah.
because you don't want him sticking on the board, especially when he has
Ooh,
Broly.
here we go.
He's just probably going to kill the Gohan.
Gohan, yep.
Oh, I wonder if he goes for the sharpener and then just yeah.
Oh,
That's
and
why I
then he would just
thought.
swing
I
into the
thought about
Gohan, yeah.
that. I was like, no, I wonder if he goes for the sharpener and then just hits
Yep.
into the Gohan and then restand, and then he can just keep Broly active
Yeah.
for next turn. Yep, because he has no intentions to make him to attack him into life. I feel, but I could be wrong.
He's like, no, you know what?
Yeah, I know. See, he's making me even second guess myself because he doesn't want to. But I'm
there we
like,
go. He's
all right, you
sideways
know
into
what?
life.
All right, let's hit him for a life. Let's
6
hit him for
life.
damage. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what
I wouldn't
happens.
be happy with that getting a card in hand.
Yep. But it also depends on what Long's deck size is at now.
It's hard to see, but it
Very
is
hard,
looking
yeah.
kind of thin.
It is looking quite thin, isn't it? There, and we know like he has drawn a lot of cards. His drops.
Yeah,
looking
that
quite
drop's
thick
looking quite thick.
But this is when now Alan can just sit back on the Brawly and just go 245k swings. You know, you got the androids another 20k swing. You got the lead another 30k swing, and you know, knowing that he has another Brawly to hit out next turn again, another 245s and kill a card. Draw.
Do you reckon Alan will keep the Broly though to keep him guessing, or?
Yeah, I don't know what Alan's like. He's a master manipulator. Believe me this. But no, okay, so we'll see what happens here because Long's just hit down the eraser, which now we're going to look at the top 5 cards of that deck and see what he would like to grab on that behalf and see what he needs to then, because then whatever's going to come down, you got to think about as well what you're going to potentially draw into when you thin your deck.
Yeah.
When you're drawing so much, because then it's also like another aspect when you look at it as, okay, I'm going to be milling myself quite a lot. I'm going to be drawing a lot of cards.
That's why you see them shuffling the cards they're putting at the bottom and asking for them to cut, because realistically,
It's just
Long's going to see those cards.
Yeah,
So.
you're going to see it anyway. That's the thing. That's why it just kind of like reminds me a little bit of Nami on One Piece.
Yep. Exactly right there.
Yep. It's an interesting concept. So here we go. So he's revealed the Great Saiyaman. We know we can use that card depending on... See, if he had his board earlier established like that, he could even bottom.
He could have, yeah.
8 cards on board?
Yep.
Oh, man.
That's fine.
Good. Yeah. Let me just do this right now. Let me do the math. All right, let's bring out the Videl, bounce that back, bring out the 2 cost, 20k swing, get that Great Saiyaman back, and then just take it from there.
That's right. There we go.
Oh, okay, there's the Videl.
Yeah, there we go.
Let's just go into the Dr. Jiroi. I mean, it's worth it, though, because you want to get rid of the 5k combo. Right?
Oh, 100%.
You just might as well get rid of it and not give him any life anyway. And then here it goes. We're going to see that Videl come down. We're going to hit that. 20k, probably hit into the Android 17 and 18, I could imagine, the forecast. And just, might as well just bounce a Great Saiyaman back. And because he's got 4 cards in hand on the field, he can just bottom deck the forecast anyway. Yeah. So this is where Alan just goes, okay, I'll just let it die. Yeah, I feel. Because there's no point on keeping that up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you have to invest a lot to keep it alive at this point.
Yeah.
And Alan's got a healthy hand. So
because he had the short head extra card, which he'll draw into the Great Saiyaman, see which one he was put back on top, which I can guess. Yep, the Gohan. And then he can just, He's
got 10 energy, 11 next turn. He wants to keep going.
Yeah, that's it.
Go to 12.
Reveal the Gohan.
Yeah, he definitely won't save it.
Now reduce the energy cost on that. Bring out the Videl Gohan.
Secrets confirmed the hand
but look,
belongs. So.
Yeah, that's it. He's got 7 cards in hand as well, so it's not too bad. Like, look,
where Blue wants to be, 7 cards.
He's going to play the 4th Sharpener.
He could.
Or Pilaf. Yeah, we'll go for the Pilaf chain.
Yeah.
Why not? We got 6 cards in hand now. Just making sure we're stating that. So we get the Pilaf out. We'll see what Earthling he bounces back. He could potentially get, sure.
Yeah, he's been
extra card.
That card's putting a lot of work in.
Yeah, I mean, that's why you just recycle it back and forth constantly just to get that more, just get that draw engine to keep it live every time. Or you could get the Hercule, yeah. I was actually
Hercule's good
thinking
value.
that too. I was like, you can just get the Hercule, but yeah. Because we know how much Alan doesn't like that Hercule. That's why I get rid of it.
He'll get rid of it again.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got 7 cards on the field now here.
Very wide.
Very wide. So you know what you do here. You swing with Hercule, reduce the cost by 3, and then Great Saiyaman the Broly.
Yeah. Be good fun if you did. Be funny if you did that.
This is what's going to happen. Yep.
He's
going to reduce the energy cost. Here we go. Or by 2.
2. So
2. Yeah, 2.
from
Sorry.
now.
6, which is fine because he's got 7 cards on the field, and then you just hit the Great Saiyaman and bottom deck the Broly. Keep the Videl for swinging into the androids. It's good. I like it. Long's actually doing really well.
Yeah, he's doing very well
with Alan's field here. The question is, can you do it all again?
Well, yeah, and we've got to find out how many cards are in that deck for Long as well.
Because, we see how... Okay, so he's swinging, he's comboing with the peel-off, and it's like Alan's just going to do it again. He's going to play the Cell extra card that we love so much, the Earth-Destroying Blow. He's going to draw a card back. See which way he's going to run with this one now. just so good, that card, isn't it? Plus 25,000
Awesome value.
is so huge.
I think we'll see that card making more of an appearance in green builds for sure.
Oh, 100%. 100%, yeah.
Gigantic Meteor's days may be numbered.
Yeah. You still like to play a one-off, though.
Yeah,
isn't it?
one-off's fine.
A one, maybe two, but I think a one-off is... I can see why generically you still want to keep them in the deck regardless, isn't it? Because for one energy, you got a 25k when you got 6 or more.
Yeah, exactly.
It's great. It is. It's still good. So here comes a great Saiyaman. He's going to bottom deck the Broly.
Yep.
And, we could...
You saw that coming.
It was just interesting. I felt like it was a very, very good play. He's just going to cycle back to peel off. Unless he gets the extra card there. No, he's going to get another peel off. Cool. Yep.
Peel off into peel off.
Yep. And then you can just pass turn sitting pretty happy on that play, man. That was a huge play there. So you can see how much time went into actually establishing that board.
Big board.
Maintaining still some sort of a pressure onto Alan's board, but then just having to do what he had to do was all correct sequencing.
Yeah.
As soon as if you don't have that down packed, you're gonna suffer your own clapback from that. And it's good to see Long.
Yeah, Long
actually handle that really well, man. That he sequenced all that really well.
We may go. Just look at the time. We've got 5 minutes left to round. We're overtime after that. So,
but that was a long turn.
It was. So we're looking at
long turn.
board state. Long's in a good spot with his life, but it's all going to come down to cards in deck.
So it'll be interesting what Alan's going to do here. If he thinks maybe does he go? I don't know if it. Do you feel it's worth playing the Broly?
Probably not at this point.
Because now if he did, he would tap out. So
because we're approaching time.
Yeah,
I feel like he's going to want to apply some pressure and get that life down. Let's just let the Hercule go.
He's only got 4 cards in hand Long as well.
Yeah, it's pretty.
So it's going to be a little bit rough.
Saving the Videl.
But he does want to save it, yep.
He'll have the sharpeners there if he wants to keep her alive as well.
So he's not going to, looks like he's not going to go for the Broly. Interesting.
Let's see, tapping 4 for another 17, 18.
Yeah, he could be going for another, another Android duo.
Yep.
And here we are, we're just going to ramp another 3 back. So that puts him back up to 7. And he's just going to keep that pressure onto Videl.
Yeah, he's going to keep going.
So this is where maybe Long uses the Eraser to combo with. Yeah, yep. Which smart thing to do, and then bring out the Bulma. This is where he's just going to search now. Draw a card.
Another Napper.
And then just bring out, you could bring out the androids. Yeah, that's actually really, I can see that.
Strong.
That's very strong. And this is where he then just goes 40k into the Videl. And then just pass turn. That's actually a really good turn.
Very good turn for Alan.
Yep. It was very quick. It was actually very good. And he knew what he was going to do as well. He was going to bring out the Android duos. He was going to ramp, bring out the 18, get the plus back from that, cycle out a card, draw back from the Bulma, and then just essentially keep that board in check.
Long's got a lot of work to do this turn.
Yeah, a lot of work because he doesn't have as much of the
he's got a Gohan
efficient
in
resources
hand,
as he would from last turn.
He's charged the Go. I think he's charging the Gohan too.
He's only got 5 cards in hand now 4, and he's used
he's
a
kept
lot.
the Vegito as well. So does he just want to drop the Vegito, hope for the best?
Last turn.
Super combo on top.
Last turn I felt just was his big turn on
just
trying to maintain something there, but it all got dealt with.
Yeah.
It was quite interesting, wasn't it? But this is now, you can just still, he can still start the peel-off chain anyway regardless, so. This is why it's so good at him.
I think he's just going to try deal with board if he can.
If he can, because I believe...
You kind of have to. I feel it next turn.
Yeah, he would definitely need to.
Oh, he's dropped it. All right, the big
out.
boy.
The Vegito's out, guys. Here we go. So we'll see what he does
This
here.
is the card we're talking about.
I think he might have taken Alan's bluff here.
I think you're right.
And now Alan's can just hit him with the 8 cost. How many cards is in his Lin Long's deck there? It looks like it's only...
We'll find out. He's doing the mill.
3, 4, 5.
Whoa.
Oh. Okay.
Wow,
Restand. He's going to bounce the 6 cost. Okay. And then he's going to go... It's that plus 10 as well.
Yeah.
So he's going to get the 50k into leader, get him down to 3. And that is a bit more of a safe bet for
he's still got how many cards?
Of life.
I think he's got 4 in deck. Okay, he's in a good spot.
Okay, that's
Not bad.
interesting.
It's more than we
Yeah.
thought.
That's a lot more than I thought, yeah. So this is where Alan now needs to math this right because he could kill the Vegito, bringing out the 8 cost. I feel he wants to go into leader, yeah, because he's at 3 life here.
Yeah.
Long's at 6, and this goes into time. It can not favour.
Yeah,
he
it won't
can lose by
favour.
life.
Yeah, life's the first
and
thing.
now this is where, yeah, Long will now be like, okay. Yeah, see, that's why Long knows he's
defending, yeah.
defending. He's still got a super combo and another 10k.
2 cards in hand, though, so.
He's only got 2 cards, but yeah, I mean, that's a 10k and a 20k.
Yeah.
So I feel now like, yeah, Yep.
Yep, he's just getting bodies now.
Draw, discard, and just hit another 20k, draw a card, combo off the Bulma, I could assume maybe? Or nah, okay, he didn't. Oh, he still took the life, though. Long took the life.
It did.
Interesting, interesting.
Playing very quick as well, the conscious of the time.
It's definitely something you got to consider
Yeah.
as well, because now, okay, he's going to awaken now. It's going to go down to 3 cards. So he can't afford to draw next turn from leader ability too. So this is what's going to be rough for Long. So we'll see what he does here. He's going to tap down. Okay, this is where he's going to target. Yep, hit the Broly out and now go 45. 45 swings into leader. So he can combo out of 1 Long.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
He's taking it, so.
Oh, he's gone down to 3. This is very interesting.
Oh, jeez.
This is right down onto time. Here we go.
Oh, no.
Because now the advantage hits to Alan.
Yeah.
The advantage is to Alan now, isn't it? Like, because now he's down to 3 life.
Cards in deck, yeah.
And yeah, so this is where he's just going to build his field. And he's just going to establish that board so he can make sure he's maintaining board presence. And he's going to put Long now in a real tough position now, trying to get rid of his board. He's going to find it very difficult to try and go on for game as well, especially since now he doesn't have the Vegito. He's got 2 cards left in.
Yeah.
Is it 2 cards left in
2
deck?
cards, so he's got.
Yeah, look, it's going to be rough now. So you can't swing with leader as well. That's out of the question. So unless if he does swing with leader, you know he's going to try and close out the game.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say with that.
Yeah.
And I can feel that's what he might try and do here with the peel-off engine. He's going to cycle everything back.
Yeah.
Right? He might even use these peel-off combos on... I don't know if he wants to run it. He could even swing.
Yeah, he could
with
with
sharpener
if he wanted to.
And then just combo... Oh, no,
think he
okay.
just
So,
called it.
nah, he just called it. Yeah.
fair.
Fair. Wow, that was so...
Good last round.
That was so exciting to see, though.
That was
I loved
awesome
it.
to
That was
see.
great. That was great. So Alan taking that out, guys, with androids against Long. Congratulations to Alan there.
Long made him work for it for
sure. One day to work there for it. Yep, that's it. And yeah, it was a great play by Long. He did extremely well in that last game there, though. I felt like he established board when he needed to. He used his resources. He done extremely well to kind of like outplay the mid game to sort of like the early to mid game to kind of get in front, but it was just kind of like, it was just too hard when Alan sees back-to-back Broly.
That's it.
And also the 4-cost androids that just ramped him straight up to heaven, and
Got up
he
to
was
what,
done.
12 energy or something?
I think he was like 12 energy.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, we're good. We're sitting comfortable. And then seeing also the back-to-back Android 18s, the 2 costs as well, cycling out his deck,
massive.
drawing another card. It was all plus.
Oh, it was huge, yeah.
He did. He actually kept a really good board presence, Alan, on that too.
Yeah.
Because as much as Long tried to get on top of that board, Alan would just answer straight.
That's it. He
straight
did.
back. Yeah,
Alan
with
had
his
answer
own.
for everything,
Yeah.
and that's the nature of the matchup when we were in blue versus into green. And that's why the matchup's so challenging. Green tends to have an answer for a lot of blue stuffs, and straight up remove the 8-drop Rolly. That's just it was MVP.